All right, let's talk about an incredible story that's both incredible for what it contains, but also because of some of the reaction that we've seen from some. The Pentagon has admitted to killing 10 civilians, including up to 7 children, in a Kabul drone strike last month. This particular drone strike was the center of much controversy because it tied in with the withdrawal from Afghanistan that Donald Trump initially said he wanted to do, wasn't able to do, and Joe Biden ultimately did. We now have video of a CENTCOM commander, General Kenneth McKenzie, saying, we didn't get terrorists, we got civilians. The U.S. is considering reparation payments to surviving family members. The Pentagon originally said the strike killed 2 ISIS-K fighters believed to be involved in planning attacks against U.S. forces in Kabul. The drone strike came after a suicide bomb attack by ISIS-K that resulted in the deaths of 13 U.S. service members and dozens of Afghans near Kabul's airport. So we're going to look at video of General Kenneth McKenzie saying, I apologize for this. And then there's a few different things that I want to talk about. But to go into it, to kind of frame this, the reason this particular drone strike is getting so much attention is the context in the withdrawal from Afghanistan as retaliation to the ISIS-K suicide bombing near the airport that left 13 service members and more civilians dead. Let's listen.
I am now convinced that as many as 10 civilians, including up to 7 children, were tragically killed in that strike. Moreover, we now assess that it is unlikely that the vehicle and those who died were associated with ISIS-K or were a direct threat to U.S. forces.
Okay, so far, killed civilians, didn't kill ISIS-K. Okay.
I offer my profound condolences to the family and friends of those who were killed. This strike was taken in the earnest belief that it would prevent an imminent threat to our forces and the evacuees at the airport. But it was a mistake, and I offer my sincere apology. As the combatant commander, I am fully responsible for this strike and this tragic outcome.
So it seems incongruous to be talking about a strike which was supposed to get ISIS-K, but got 10 civilians, including 7 children, and saying, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, we didn't get the terrorists. We got 10 civilians. And I get that. It's completely incongruous. It's like visually shocking. Am I really hearing this? Is this how they're talking about it? This happens all the time. This particular drone strike got more attention because of the circumstances surrounding it. We've been talking about the issue of drone strikes killing civilians for a decade. I mean, we started really talking about it in earnest under Barack Obama. The drone program under the Obama administration was one of the biggest foreign policy criticisms of the Obama administration. Cenk Uygur, our friend from the Young Turks, had a nice series of tweets about pointing to this outrage. It may or may not be real. The media outrage in response to this admission from the CENTCOM commander. But it's actually another data point of the media being against the Afghanistan withdrawal. Cenk explains it. Let's look at these tweets. Cenk wrote, quote, all the reporters who were outraged by Pentagon drone strike that killed civilians, are you guys not aware that we've been killing civilians with drone strikes for decades? How is this news to you that you are all of a sudden bothered by it? Because almost none of you objected before. Cenk going on to say, interestingly, this outrage comes as a continuation of corporate media rage over the withdrawal from a war. This outrage did not at all exist in the middle of those wars, but now, quote, reporters are pissed that the Pentagon makes mistakes. Please, Cenk is spot on here. It is great that the Pentagon has taken responsibility for something horrifying. OK, it's great that they're considering payments, which, of course, don't bring family back. But what else can you do now other than throw money at a problem? Right. But this isn't new, and there is a very cynical nature to this, and it's analogous to the media reaction to the withdrawal from Afghanistan. As I've said before, the withdrawal was 100% the right thing to do. Had Trump done it, it would have been extremely complicated. Similar things would have happened. Biden did it, got us out of a war. There has been more criticism from the media, corporate centrist media, and right-wing media, and even left-wing media to some degree, of Biden getting out. There's been more scrutiny of Biden getting out than there was of the 20 years that we spent there. And in the same way, it's not that this drone strike is irrelevant. It's horrifying. It's a tragedy. Should it be criminal, right? I mean, there's no mitigation about this particular drone strike, but it's being used by some in the media to further reinforce the idea that leaving Afghanistan was a mistake, when if they cared about drone strikes, they could have been covering the drone war for the last decade differently than they did, and they haven't been doing it. And so it's hard to take it all seriously. Good for Cenk for pointing this out. Good that they took responsibility on video in this way, but this is not a new thing. That doesn't change the seriousness of this particular drone strike, but we've got to understand this in context and understand the way in which it's useful to the people that are reporting on it in certain ways.